Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the top things you should do when buying an E46, or if you just got an E46. Now, I know I have another video out on my channel going over the top 5 mods you should do. This video is a little different, covers a couple different things, some things to just make the general ownership of your E46 more pleasant, and I do have a couple mods to throw in. So let's get into today's video. So the first thing I think you should absolutely do as soon as you buy an E46 is check the air filter. Now this air filter, if it's dirty, you could be low on performance, it could get stuck in your MAF, it could be all clogged up, your car could be running a little slower. So definitely check the air filter under here, very cheap, you can get them through FCP Euro. The next thing you should definitely, it goes along with the actual air filter, you should definitely check out your cavern air filter that sits under here. And the reason why is because this is the filter that's responsible for all the clean air that comes into the cabin. It goes through here to filter it out. And half the time, this is the reason why your car could be smelling really bad when you turn on the heater AC. The filter could be all clogged up. So definitely recommend replacing that. That is a very cheap item and you get that through FCP Euro. I recommend getting a activated carbon one. It helps out even more. Second thing to go along with changing the filters is also changing the oil with the oil filter. Now this is a good thing to do even if the previous owner said it just had a previous oil change. You know why? Because this little sticker right here, you have to use full synthetic oil. I know most cars use full synthetic oil, but a lot of times people that have these cars before, or if it's someone that doesn't know too much about cars, they'll throw any cheap oil in it. So I definitely recommend do an oil change as soon as possible when you get it. And also change the oil filter, and that's another filter that definitely should be replaced when you get the car, especially because these cars the previous owner probably didn't change the oil, but if they did, still a good thing. So definitely do an oil change and replace the oil filter. Huge must on this car. Even though it does usually, full synthetic can get you around 10,000 miles, still recommend replacing it because you don't know from the previous owner. The next thing you should do as soon as you get your E46 is check for oil leaks. This car will probably be leaking oil when you get it. This car is known to leak oil. All BMWs leak oil. So a couple things biggest things I think to check are definitely the valve cover gasket, which sits right here, and you can see the little rubber there. Easiest way to inspect it is you come over here, and if you see oil dripping on any of these, that silver pan down there, you can see silver tray right there, silver tray right there, and that sits right above the actual exhaust manifold to catch some of the oil that is dripping. Odds are it's probably black, very wet, and that's how you know it is leaking oil. Another place you should check for leaking oil is your oil filter housing gasket, which sits like right in between here. Easiest way to see is if you get the car up on jacks or something, if you see oil basically down this whole side of the engine, it's most likely the oil filter housing gasket, and I would bet money it's probably bad. So that is definitely something you should change when you get this car. It is a little bit of work, but the gasket is only $4, so if you don't mind doing the work, it's really not a bad job at all. And while you're at it, you could also do the Vanos line right here. This is very cheap, and mine was all rusted, so I did replace that, and that was pretty inexpensive. So definitely take care of any oil leaks on this car, because this car will most likely be leaking oil when you get it. Next thing, and very important thing to do, I recommend checking your BMW for any fault codes. As you can see right here, the service engine soon light, that will be on if you have any issues, and that's only if you have any issues with the engine. However, it will not pick up other issues that you may have. So I definitely recommend using something like Carly to scan all the modules in the car, because BMWs are very complex and have multiple modules. So I definitely recommend scanning it with something like Carly to see what is going on. And you can clear them. A lot of the times you might have a crap ton of errors that have just never been cleared out in some of the modules, because they're not like the check engine light where they just go away sometimes if the problem's been fixed. Sometimes they still need to be manually cleared out. So definitely I would use something like Carly, which I'll have linked below. Please use my link if you're thinking about purchasing Carly. It helps me out a little bit. So definitely check out if you have any check engine lights on your car, any faults, I definitely scan those, clear them, and then drive your car for a little and see what comes back. And if it comes back, you know you have an issue and you need to get fixed, and Carly can help you out with that. Now, before I close out this video, I did want to go over a couple just like aesthetic and mods that you should do to your E46. If your car didn't come with it already, I think you should upgrade to the M3/ZHP M Sport steering wheel. It's much nicer, 3-spoke, just has a bigger grip right here. I really like the steering wheel, it's much nicer. It has the side bolsters that are much nicer. So definitely take a look at getting one of these. I actually got my friend Matt one. I mentioned in another video. I got it for $25 at the junkyard, so it really isn't expensive. You can find a good deal. And if you already have the car, the sport steering wheel that has this airbag, which most E46s in the United States do, unless you have an older E46, but most will have this airbag. So all you need is a steering wheel. You can pop out your existing airbag and put it back in. Second to last thing I want to show you, something you should do to E46 is buy an aftermarket radio. A lot of E46 have no way of communicating to your phone if you want to listen to music, so having an aftermarket radio is a great solution to be able to listen to all your music through Bluetooth, even CarPlay. I have CarPlay on this one. So buying an aftermarket radio adds a lot of modern functionalities to your car. I even integrated my park distance control, so that is very cool that you can do. Screen mirroring, Google Maps, any modern features of a car's head unit is basically what this brings to your old outdated E46. So I definitely recommend, if you have the spare cash, to pick up a aftermarket radio. This one is the Avon USA Advent 4. I will definitely link this below too, because I believe this is the best possible radio you can buy for any E46. So definitely check this out if you're looking out for an aftermarket radio. So you just got your E46 and you want to start doing a mod. This is the first mod I think anyone should do to their BMW E46 if they have a 330 Ci, or I think even the 325 has it too. Anything with the M54 will have this. You can do this mod. So basically it's called the butterfly mod. Many people know what it is, but it makes your exhaust sound so much better. Take a listen. Now I know you can't really hear that, but I will do an outside clip of showing you what it sounds like. I think it makes the car sound so much better. You can even hear pops. So if you're looking for a free mod for your E46, check this one out. Here's a sound clip. That's it I have for this video. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up down below. Drop a comment down below if you have any other suggestions of what people should do when buying an E46, or if you guys just want to say what's up to me, drop a comment down below. Consider subscribing if you like what we're doing here and want to see more BMW and E46 content. That's it for this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.